Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail, the Heartland Show. Today is October 17th, and I'm all set up for tonight's hunt, and I'm actually in here pretty early tonight. I was actually already set up and ready to go by 3 o'clock tonight, so with how good the weather is, I was kind of itching to get out here, and then there's kind of been a development in the last couple days that kind of made me, have that extra push to get out and hunt tonight. I haven't been able to hunt for a few days. I actually, as life goes, I had some furnace issues with my house and trying to get that squared away, and been kind of itching to get out here. But then since I knew I wasn't going to be able to hunt the last couple days, I went out and I did a mass card pull on all my cameras on this farm that I'm hunting tonight, and came across a buck that I'm pretty excited about that hopefully he sticks around. Not really a buck that I'm familiar with, but I think I'm going to call him Vader is what I'm going to call him. Has a really unique rack, and I'm sure once you see the photo, you're going to realize why I get so excited about a deer of that caliber. But he just kind of came out of nowhere, and I actually pulled another card, the last camera that I didn't check yesterday, specifically because it's really hard to get to. And unless I hunt this stand, it's not a camera you want to be checking too often. So I pulled that card on the way in here tonight, and I'm hoping to take a look at it. But like I said, I'm set up for tonight's hunt, and I'm kind of hoping that this buck is not on that camera, simply because that means he's probably living farther south and he just happened to roam up here. I'm kind of hoping that he sticks around for a little while and gives me an opportunity to hunt him a little bit. So I'm going to nestle in. It's kind of windy right now. I got a strong wind out of the northwest, but it's supposed to calm down and kind of be one of those nice, calm, quiet nights here in southeast Iowa. So I'm anxious to see what comes out in the field tonight. Well, I'm going to try to wrap this up as quick as I can. That buck's about 150 yards away right now. And what an exciting hunt tonight. That buck that came through earlier is a buck I call Rusty. Really great frame deer. That was really hard. He definitely tested, my judgment early on in the season, but I'm pretty confident he's a 4-year-old and he has a frame that he has potential to blow up into an absolute giant. And it definitely wasn't easy to watch him walk through like that. He's got a bunch of kicker points, and like I said, he's got a great frame. But two of the bucks that I saw tonight, and actually I only saw 3 deer so far, are 2 of the better young deer on the farm. So definitely nice to see them up on their feet, and it really seems like a light switch came on, especially these scrapes. Like I said, I checked those cameras yesterday, and man, the bucks are just hitting them hard right now. So continue watching the Heartland Show, and look for continuing episodes. I'm hopefully going to be out here in the next couple days as well. So thanks for joining us on Midwest Whitetail.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. We're trying to shoot a big buck.
Alright, it is the evening of the 18th, October 18, and Sadie and I are in a blind overlooking a plot that I was on last week. And it's the same stand my brother saw a buck we call Route 66. He's a big, beautiful deer. We think he's probably 5. We don't know yet if he's on the shooter list. He's a beautiful deer, but we're wondering maybe if one more year he'll really turn into something special. So there's a bunch of bucks in the area, and we're sitting over a forage food plot. So we got a couple hours yet before dark, and we're hoping to have a good hunt. Watch the deer. I got her. It's a little after 6. I had these deer feeding out in the corner, and just took a nice doe. So what's cool is do it with Sadie in the blind, and we'll sit in here for a little while longer. And haven't seen any big bucks yet, but we got about a half an hour yet. Hopefully we'll see something. What do you think about that? You like it?
Yeah. First we should go get the arrow, and then probably bring it in here, and then probably go get the deer.
Well, as you can see, we took a nice doe with 89 in the blind last night. We're ready to get her processed up now, and excited to fill a doe tag, and looking forward to the next couple of weeks when rut's coming up, and hopefully we'll be after a couple of big bucks. Excited to go after Lefty, who showed up. He's a really good deer, and rut's right around the corner. Thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail.
Alright, welcome to Midwest Whitetail, the Heartland Show. It is the evening of October 24, and it is about 55 degrees, sunny. Had a great morning. It was really cool. Had a good activity. So we're in the same 50-acre spot as it was this morning, except now we're over some food that we planted. So we're over a frigid forage food plot. So the exciting thing is we have a trail camera that's about 100 yards from here, and we got yesterday morning a daylight picture of a buck that we call Prince, who I filmed out of the stand a year ago. he's a really pretty 10-point, but I think we'll give him one more year at least. He's an awesome deer. The main target we're after is a big mainframe 10, really big brow tines, and he's a deer that I don't have any history with that I'm aware of, so I'm not sure if when we killed Kickstand if he's the new boss in town, but he's definitely the biggest body deer that we have. And then we have a new buck that showed up on a food plot a couple hundred yards from here, maybe 500 yards or so. He was here last week in daylight on that food plot. So got a nice little scrape in front of us that opened up over the last week or two, and yeah, it should be an enjoyable hunt. So October 24, looking forward to this evening. Awesome buck. Wow. It's about 20 after 6. And he came out with plenty of time to spare. He's a buck that we got pictures of last week. Might even be Derby, I'm not sure. He's got a kind of a funky beam. But I had him at 45 yards broadside. And I ranged him, and then he walked behind the trees. Then he came back around, and I had him at 35. And right when I was getting ready to draw, is when he bumped those does. And I could hear him rubbing, just right inside the woods. Oh man, he tore me up. Evening of October 24. What an evening. That deer is awesome. Hopefully we got maybe 15 more minutes. If he comes out, I'll show you. Otherwise, we'll be back at it tomorrow. But man, what a night. What an encounter. That is really, really nice.